Hello everyone, welcome back to Everlight Motivation. Today we're bringing you a story about a young woman who faced failure after failure, who was told again and again that she wasn't good enough, and who discovered that the only real defeat in life is the moment you choose to stop trying. This is a story about never giving up. And along the way we'll also learn some new English words and how to use them naturally in everyday sentences. So, stay with us till the end. Once, in a quiet town surrounded by green hills and golden fields, there lived a young woman named Clara. Clara was 22 years old. She had bright green eyes, a warm smile, and a heart full of determination. From the time she was a little girl, Clara had one single dream. She wanted to become a published author. She wanted to write books that would make people feel less alone in the world. But life had other plans. Clara had been writing since she was 14 years old. She filled notebook after notebook with stories, characters, and worlds she had built entirely from her imagination. By the time she turned 22, she had completed her very first novel, a story about friendship, loss, and hope. She was so proud of it. She sent her manuscript to 17 publishing houses. One by one, the rejection letters came back. Not what we are looking for. Doesn't fit our current catalog. We wish you the best in placing this elsewhere. 17 rejections. Clara sat at her small wooden desk in her tiny apartment, the stack of rejection letters piled beside her typewriter. She stared at them for a long time. Then she quietly closed her notebook and whispered to herself, "Maybe I'm just not good enough." Her neighbor, an elderly man named Mr. Arthur, noticed that Clara had stopped coming outside. She used to sit on the front steps every morning with a cup of tea in her notebook. But for 2 weeks, nothing. One afternoon, Mr. Arthur knocked gently on her door. Clara opened it slowly. Her eyes were tired. Her spirit looked even more exhausted. "Come," Mr. Arthur said simply, holding out his weathered hand. "Walk with me." They walked together through the town park, a wide open space filled with tall oak trees and a winding stone path. Autumn leaves drifted slowly downward in the quiet breeze. Mr. Arthur walked slowly, his wooden cane tapping softly on the path with each step. For a while neither of them spoke. Then Mr. Arthur stopped beside a large old oak tree and placed his hand gently on its thick trunk. "Do you know how old this tree is?" he asked. Clara shook her head. "Over 100 years, he said quietly. "And do you know how many storms it has survived? How many winters tried to break it? How many droughts left it without water for months?" Clara looked up at the tree, its massive branches spreading wide in every direction. "But it's still here," she said softly. "Yes," Mr. Arthur nodded, "because it never stopped growing. Even underground, where no one could see, its roots were pushing deeper every single season. The storm above ground meant nothing as long as the roots kept going." Clara felt something shift inside her. Something she hadn't felt in weeks, a small, quiet resilience beginning to stir. "But 17 rejections, Mr. Arthur," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. 17. The old man smiled gently and turned to face her. "Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb," he said. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times, do you know what he said? Clara shook her head again. He said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work." Mr. Arthur paused. "Clara, your 17 rejections are not proof that you cannot write. They are simply 17 ways that weren't the right fit. The story is not over." They sat together on a wooden bench beneath the oak tree. The autumn light filtered through the golden leaves above them, casting warm patches of sunlight on the stone path. "The moment you give up," Mr. Arthur continued, his voice slow and steady, "is the only moment you truly fail. Everything before that is just the process." Clara looked down at her hands, the hands that had written thousands of words, built entire worlds, created characters who felt as real to her as people she had known her entire life. "What if I send it again?" she said slowly, "and they reject it again?" "Then you send it again," Mr. Arthur said simply. "And again. And again. Until someone sees what you see." Clara walked home that afternoon with something new inside her chest. Not arrogance. Not false confidence. but a quiet, tenacious refusal to let her dream die. She sat back down at her small wooden desk. She opened her notebook, and she began to revise her manuscript, not out of desperation, but out of love for the story she had created. She rewrote, she refined, she persevered. She sent the manuscript to 12 more publishers. On the 9th attempt, a small independent publishing house in the city responded. "We would love to speak with you about your novel." Clara's book was published 8 months later. It didn't become an overnight bestseller, but it found its readers, quietly, steadily, one person at a time. Letters began arriving from strangers who said her story had helped them through their own darkest moments. One afternoon, Clara walked back to the park. She sat on the same wooden bench beneath the old oak tree. She placed her published book gently on the bench beside her and looked up at the wide-spreading branches above. She thought of Mr. Arthur's words, "The roots keep going," and she smiled. Friends, Clara's story reminds us of something we all need to hear on our hardest days. Giving up is permanent. Failure is temporary. Every rejection, every setback, every closed door is not the end of your story. It is simply a chapter that is teaching you something, making your roots grow deeper, making your foundation stronger, making you more ready for the moment that is coming. The world is full of people who were one attempt away from their breakthrough, and they stopped. Don't be that person. When the rejection comes, and it will come, send it again. When the door closes, find another door. When the voice inside whispers, "Maybe this isn't for you," write the next page anyway. Never give. Today we learned 4 powerful new English words through Clara's journey. Small blue diamond: resilience, the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Clara found resilience inside herself after talking with Mr. Arthur. Small blue diamond: tenacious, holding firmly to something, refusing to give up. She was tenacious in her pursuit of her dream. Small blue diamond: persevered, continued doing something despite difficulty. Clara persevered through 17 rejections and kept writing. Small blue diamond: manuscript, the original written version of a book before it is published. She sent her manuscript to publishing houses across the country. Remember, learning English, just like chasing your dreams, grows stronger every single day you choose not to quit. If this story inspired you today, please give it a like, leave a comment below, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next story, where we'll continue learning and growing together.